guys. I want to go over a couple things with you guys for this week on my current watch list. First off is I'm going to go over Spy and QQQ and just pretty much go through the most important names that I am currently watching on my watch list. First off is Spy. Spy, beautiful week last week. Strong sentiment and fundamentals heading through the week with the inauguration being successful. Um, Lots of bullish setups as well. Um, we broke the 50 SMA on the daily, which was around 594.80 ish. We closed above it today. We also broke that little trend line. The bigger thing about this whole setup is the squeeze that we are currently forming. So this is a squeeze that usually forms during a consolidation phase, which signals a big move ahead. So this is signaling a direction ahead. It can take however long it wants, but the way that it looks right now, with about to flip green from red, it looks like it's going to be any time as soon as the next 4 to 6 days, maybe. It looks very good right now. It looks like it wants to push through that supply zone around 5 or 600 606, and once we get above that, we can crack a new all-time high and start heading for 625 in the next month or so. Currently, I do not have a position on SPY or the S&P 500. The reason why is because I believe that swinging or putting their money into individual names provide much better opportunities and results. That's based on my experience. But yeah, that's that. I do use SPY for giving myself an outlook on the market, and that really does help a lot. And I think everybody should be doing that. Next up is QQQ. QQQ has a much better setup right here. So we have a massive uptrend and a multi-week or month long or two-ish month long bull flag consolidation. We slowly dragged back towards the 100 SMA, which ended up bottoming around 503.30. Support as a previous high as support. Previous high resistance as support. We did break out back over the 50 SMA multiple times right here the last 3 days. And Friday we did have a big shakeout and a back test of the 50 SMA, which was around 515. Right now, this is a very strong bullish candle. This is a big bear, bullish controlled candle. So this is a good sign for move upside ahead. The thing about this setup is, or the thing about this ETF QQQ is that it mainly holds the biggest tech names in the market. And I'll be going over that with you guys right now on why I think QQQ will go up from here. First off is Tesla. Tesla, one of the biggest names right now, one of the biggest watch on everybody's eyes right now for this week, for the next couple of weeks. The 428 resistance, pretty big wall. We do have to hold at least above it or close it, or at least get some push with volume on Tesla in order to break that 428 supply zone and push that momentum up with the RSI. Once we get that, we can get the green light for 470 or 460 to 470 and try to crack that new all-time high soon. With what's going on with today, Inauguration Day, and in my opinion, this whole move happened based on Elon Musk getting very close with President Trump and Trump winning the election as well. So I am mostly neutral in this case. This could be seen a buy the news, sell the rumor type of play. We could pull back, to 380s or at least maybe lower, and then start coming back up throughout the year, or the whole market just insanely rips. Monkey rage, everything just keeps ripping, and Tesla will get to 468 to 470 from here. But right now, I'm neutral on Tesla, but we'll see how it goes this week. Next up, right now, is my favorite setup on the market. Right now is Facebook. Facebook, one of the biggest setups of the year. I believe Facebook will see at least 1,000 by the end of the year, or at least 700 plus, or 800 plus. Sorry. Right now, we're seeing a very nice consolidation between 640 and 590. Squeezes forming. This is more of a volatility squeeze instead of a direction moving squeeze. Right now, we're seeing lots of chop action, and that is causing a shakeout in the TTM squeeze. So this could be a false indicator. So that's the reason why I'm calling it a volatility squeeze. So what I'm expecting is Facebook might have a very, very quick pop to 640, or anywhere around 630 640, and then fade it all away once that squeeze triggers or fires off. So we'll be careful with that. This also depends on what you're currently playing with. If you have short-term calls or puts, you might want to get rid of that once you see the profits. Also, I forgot, earnings are on the 29th, so next week. That's another reason why I would get out of it pretty quickly if you see a pop or drop on your calls and puts. Very high implied volatility going into earnings as well. So this will definitely be worth taking profits whenever you see it on Facebook. Bigger picture wise, I am looking at a move over 640 during the first quarter of 2025, which will be around by March. Or 670 is my target, sorry, by the end of quarter one, which will be around March. Amazon looks pretty solid. I think what we're seeing right now is a little bit of a bull flag, but I decided to take this in a smaller picture, like this. Nice little consolidation of bull flag, and nice back test to the 50 SMA, which ended up being around 215.80, 216. We also have a squeeze, a strong bullish indication across three of my indicators, as well as the reversal move off. It looks like this wants to fire off pretty soon, break that 233, and start heading for 247 by the end of quarter one, which will be March. Apple right here, pretty different right here. So Apple has a chance to lift up the market even higher if it ends up being a successful reversal off of 228 to 220. If those levels end up working out for bulls, the accumulation zone right here between 228 220, if that ends up working out in the next couple of weeks, and we see a reversal off it, we start moving back over 240 250s, that will definitely help QQQ push higher. That's pretty much all I have. What I would do with Apple calls, if I were you guys, is, since this is a bigger picture, this is definitely calling for April or May calls if you guys want to play that potential reversal play. If you guys want to also play the big picture, I would wait for a pullback to 190, which is a very long shot, around $30 to $40 move on Apple, moving down. If you guys want to play the big picture, which I will give around a 1 year time frame. Next up is Google. I am skipping over Netflix and Microsoft. Last one is going to be Google. So Google right here is right now is also one of my favorite setups for this week. Like I said about Facebook squeeze earlier, we have a potential volatility squeeze. So whenever we see a pop or a drop, I would take profits on the same move that we see. I don't think it will last long, but it depends on market conditions. It can change every day. But right now, I have short-term calls. I have January 31st, 200s or 205s, and I am going to take profits as soon as we see at least 201 to 205. So between that range, I will take profits. If we end up falling back and we pull back to 187 or at least 192, 193, I will probably cut it because the expiration is not enough time, and it will just be killed by premium because of what's going on in the market right now. So market right now is very, very volatile. I don't think it's worth trading yet. We're going to give it another week or two. Once the conditions stabilize, aka the VIX slowly comes back in the range, that will mean that the market is in stable conditions. I will do one more for you guys actually. Nvidia, last one here. Nvidia looks like a very, very nice long-term chart off of 130. I currently have a March call position on this one. As long as we hold 130, I believe we will see a beautiful long reversal off of 130 back towards 150 and 165 by the end of quarter one. The SMA range that we are currently in between 50 and SMA 100 is what we need to focus on. We are stuck between that, and as long as Nvidia is between that, premiums on the weeklies will slowly fade, and that needs to change as soon as possible. So hopefully we break that 140 resistance on Nvidia, and that is when we can start breaking out and go long on Nvidia for 150 again, and then try for 165 by the end of the quarter one by March. That is all from my thoughts, my thought process, and my charts on the watch list for you guys. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'll be happy to help with anything you guys have. I do have a couple of different names that I'm currently watching as well, including Robinhood, MicroStrategy, Costco, Caterpillar, OnCloud, PanW, and CrowdStrike, which I'm not sure why isn't there. But there's a different set of names that I'm currently watching apart from tech and chips in case they don't work out this week. I try my best to narrow down the best 3 to 5 setups each day or week to maximize my focus on each trade. So I'm not distracted chasing everything on the watch list. I'll see you guys. I hope you all make money. Let's do good this week. Make sure you trade well. Focus on good profits. Don't be chasing everything. There are plenty of good setups in the market right now. In my opinion, I would say your best 3 for the week, and you'll be good to go. For my best 3 of the week, it will be Facebook, Nvidia, and probably Robinhood or Google. If you guys have any questions, opinions, feedback, anything, let me know. Comment down below the video. I'll see you guys tomorrow. To those who are in my Discord, I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll make some money this week. You guys take care.